107.
The ladies wanted to shout out Dayton Public Schools for allowing them to use their track. The group invites women from all backgrounds to join them. High school students in Brookville won their bet against their principal, Jason Steffen, and he's sleeping on the roof tonight because of it. Steffen told News Center 7 he let his students know if they raise more than $1,000 for their Fight Cancer fundraiser, he'd camp out on the roof of the high school all night.
My wife and my kids helped me get the ladder. We got it up here, and then they took the ladder home, so they don't want Dad home tonight. So I'm up here all night long.
They ended up raising $2,129 in just 1 week. Several of the students in Brookville Police and Fire, they swung by to wave hello as Steffen got comfortable on the roof with his tent, snack, blankets, and a selfie stick he's been using to go live on Instagram to interact with students.
I think it really just, doing this was a thank you to our kids and our community for all their work over the last week. It really means a difference to our community, our friends, neighbors, loved ones who are battling cancer. And this is just a small token of what we're willing to do to help our community out here in Brookville and through the Miami Valley.
Well, good luck to him. The American Red Cross is asking for help amid a national blood shortage. The nonprofit provides about 40% of U.S. blood to hospitals, but supply levels fell nearly 25% because of a drop in donations and back-to-back climate disasters. Now they say emergency supplies of donated blood are getting dangerously low. The Red Cross is asking for anyone who can donate to do so they can meet patients' needs. Today, about 1 in 6 Americans are 65 or older, and as they reach retirement age, they might not have the money to keep themselves healthy. The Department of Health and Human Services estimates about 56% of people turning 65 will need some kind of long-term care. This could include help with walking, eating, and physical and speech therapy. But even with these possible needs, reports show only 7.5 million people have long-term care insurance. And for many, the cost is too high, with it ranging between $1,700 and $7,200 a year. Generac is recalling around 64,000 portable generators. The U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission says the generators are a fire and burn risk. The CPSC says there's been at least 3 reports ending in severe burns. The recall comes during hurricane season, a time when many generators are used after storms, and this year's Atlantic hurricane season ends in late November. After controversy surrounding the premiere of her talk show, Drew Barrymore says she's pausing its return until the writer's strike is over. Barrymore was met with backlash after announcing the Drew Barrymore show would resume without WGA writers. She later released an apology, but the video was deleted after being mocked on social media. The Writers Guild of America has been on strike for a little more than 4 months now. What is the forecast, Robert?
Well, I've seen the last few days, I've seen you bring a jacket to work.
Yes, I have.
You've been a little cool.
Yes, I've been a little cool.
Well,
a little cooler.
You're pretty cool. She's cooler than me. But if you move into the next several days, I think you're going to be delighted because we actually do have some warmer weather coming. Not a lot, but going to be a little bit milder into the end of next week. But it's going to be another cool night tonight. I mean, we were a little bit warm this morning because of the cloud cover. And so tonight, we're going to eventually see that cloud cover fade a bit. And so that'll help the temperature lower quite a bit. Maybe not to the 40s like later in the work week last week. No, this week, right? No, technically it's Monday, right? So I can say last week. Anyway, yeah, it's past midnight. It's 12:09. Anyway, out there in Xenia, somebody driving past midnight. I don't know what they're doing. You're probably up to no good. But you could be watching WHIO right now. That's the thing to do at midnight. 61 degrees, the temperature right now. We're going to get into the 50s, probably a little bit cooler than where we were this morning because that cloud cover will eventually fade. You can see right now, the cloud cover, at least being reported at the airport, is really kind of thinning out. We were expecting, we were expecting mostly cloudy skies throughout the day today, and that's what we saw. But now that the chance of rain is pretty much over, there are still a few little sprinkles, like I pointed out earlier. They're fading, and so we're going to be left with a pretty dry forecast over the next several days. Look at the winds out of the northwest, too, about 7 miles per hour. So that's only reinforcing the cool, dry air across the region. In fact, that's why you see a lot of green on this map, because green means that the humidity, well, it's fairly low. So it feels dry, it feels comfortable outside, and that's the way it's going to continue here. Likely, even though temperatures will climb up a little bit. And those winds out of the northwest aren't very strong, but you can see that's reinforcing the cool, dry air across the region. And so we are left with temperatures in even the 50s in some spots. It's 54 right now in Bellefontaine, 55 in Sydney. There's that little shower making its way now into northwestern Shelby County, but it's starting to fade. It's not as impressive as it once was. So as temperatures drop to the mid-50s tonight, you might get lucky up there, say in Auglaize County or near Salina, dropping to the upper 40s. But most of us will probably be in the 50s, or at least in Dayton. And the temperatures tomorrow, too, a little bit on the cooler side, only the low 70s. So tomorrow is a Chamber of Commerce kind of day with lots of sunshine, a high of 72 degrees. And the cloud cover, which was thick, is fading a little bit. You can still see some of it hanging on here, but we're probably going to be leading to some mainly clear skies overnight, at least eventually. Now, here's a loop of the last 24 hours. We did see some rain across the region. A lot of you may have been sleeping at the time, and I'll loop it for you here one more time. We'll start about 24 hours from now. Loop it. There you go. You can see this morning saw some good rain out to the east, especially near Wilmington. And then we did see a lull in the rain. A lot of that shower activity pushed off to the east. And then this afternoon and evening, we saw some real spotty showers. So as we move into the next several hours, what little sprinkles are left will fade. And maybe some spots with a little patchy fog in the morning. Otherwise, we are looking at clear skies Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Tonight dropping to 54 with some gradual clearing. You're not seeing clear skies already. And then, we're going to get into the low 80s. So a little milder, low still in the 50s. There may be a touch more humidity, but should still feel pretty comfortable as we enter fall officially this week.
All right, thank you so much, Robert. It is now week 6 of the Goodwill Drive to Victory. Mike Hartsock introduces us to the 2 teams facing off this week to win a big check.